Before we start this video, obviously from the title and then also from the thumbnail, this is going to upset some people, but I don't even know why. I'm basically in this video, I'm going to be contradicting myself, honestly. But it's been popping up on my feed constantly, and it's been popping up on basically everywhere I go, probably because I'm really heavy in the YouTube space, so that's why. And obviously I'm trying to become a content creator. And you know, I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I do primarily everything on YouTube. I don't even watch, you know, movies, TV shows like that, unless I'm at my business and we have it on TV when I'm with a client and stuff like that. But so from the title and from the thumbnail, you're obviously going to understand that we're going to be talking about Hassan. We're not going to have any fancy edits. There's just me talking to you, me talking to whoever you're viewing. Whoever's viewing this, I'm talking to you. And then obviously by the title and the thumbnail, I want to extrapolate basically what I'm about to say. This dude, right? You can't really blame him for the way he is, and you can't blame him for anything that comes out of his mouth, because at the end of the day, he is who he is, and he's going to say some crazy out-of-pocket stuff at the end of the day. Just how, like, I say crazy out-of-pocket stuff a lot of times. Granted, those things aren't advocating for terrorism, but at the end of the day, he has a larger platform than I do. I'm just some dude, right? I'm just some small business owner. I make my money there, and then I upload gaming stuff to this channel, and then we go from there. And then being heavily into the YouTube space, I like watching the drama. I think it's fun. I like seeing little people argue about little things that don't really contribute to anything. The internet is the internet. It's a fictitious thing, right? That everyone uses. Granted, I use it too, and I like doing it because I just like making some stuff on fun and, you know what I'm saying, throwing it up into the YouTube space and making it seem like I'm important, right? So anytime that we turn on that camera, anytime that I upload on this thing and I make the background look like this, I try to make it seem like it's heavily important, but it's not. We don't generally create anything. It's not like my business where we have to create stuff and employ people and then create jobs, and that becomes a thing, and you do a service provider or you itemize goods and stuff like that, right? So at the end of the day, back to what I was saying, be basically me contradicting myself in defense of Hassan. You can't blame somebody for being who they are, right? They are who they are. It's from the age of 0 to however old he is now, and basically his life experiences that led him to be the way he is, right? You can't really judge that. What you can judge is people like me and then people like you who are viewing this and who are viewing any type of content that revolves around his name, right? Hopefully the video title and thumbnail did a good enough clickbait of a job to bring you in, right? That's how instant it is to blame the person, you and me, on why he is the way he is and the platform that he has, right? So basically, you can't judge him for being Simple Jack or Forrest Gump, or you can't. Nah, we're not gonna name him Forrest Gump because Forrest Gump was a war hero. But you can't blame him for being like Simple Jack and being just an utmost retard, terrorist advocating dumbass, right? But what you can do is not talk about him like how I'm doing. I'm contradicting myself. And you cannot give him any type of viewership, right? Because at the end of the day, he views his views and the people that he talks to, right? His echo chamber. It's very finite. The only time he ever gets any type of virality is when other people talk about him, or when other content creators talk about him, of him again being a dumbass. It's like if we were to, I'm from Philly, so if we go to Kensington, we call it Zombieland, or Kensington Beach. Anyone from Philly, you guys know the reference. If you don't come to Philly, go to Kensington Beach. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That's like if we were to go there, pick up any crackhead or any type of opioid head or any type of drug addict there that's zombied out and we just started giving that person a platform, and that person just goes on a rampage of saying some simple jack shit, right? Some retarded ass shit. The problem is that he has a big enough audience platform that people just, you know what I'm saying? He's always going to say some dumbass shit, and then boom, virality, because it's always going to be going against the grain. It's always going to be saying something stupid. But if we stop that, right? If I don't upload this video, which I'm not gonna edit it. So at the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck that much. 1 view, 50 views, 100 views. I could care less. It's just kind of me talking before I go back to playing Monster Hunter. But if it does reach you 1, 10, 50, 100 people, and you do share this, the best way to get him to be not viral and not, have a platform is to just ignore him. If you see the normal crackhead just mumbling some dumbass shit, just walk by. You don't need to give that person any type of attention. I don't need to be making this video. Granted, I'm not trying that hard. I just got done out of the fucking shower. But at the end of the day, it's like, that would be the biggest defense that I could give this guy, right? You can't blame him for being stupid. But you can blame you, the person that's going to give him any type of platform, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Any views, eyeballs, right? The more views and eyeballs that he gets, the longer he's going to continue it. And he's got like some butt buddy relationship with Twitch. So at the end of the day, he's always going to, get banned and then get unbanned and then maybe not get banned or get timed out or something like that because he's got butt buddies. But if you guys just stop that, right? And then he just has his echo chamber of people, then he stops getting views. He stops getting people to view him. It's pretty simple, honestly. That's all I have to say in defense of this guy. If you guys don't stop, he's just gonna continue. At the end of the day, he's just gonna continue, and he's gonna be doing whatever the fuck he was gonna do. He's gonna talk about how 9/11 was good, or he's gonna talk about how more senators or whoever the fuck on the government that he doesn't agree with needs to get killed. Or how Trump is a dumbass. I don't know. Something stupid. Just whatever you guys think of that could be somewhat retarded and somewhat idiotic. Or I guess I shouldn't say somewhat. I mean, this dude is pretty fucking stupid. If you could just say anything that's just like 2 + 2 = 5. 2 + 2 = 5. That's him. That's that guy, all right? Now, say we're walking down the street. 2 + 2 = fucking 5, bitches. What do? You're like, you look at that guy and you're like, what the fuck? And then you just continue walking. Boom, done. Just do that. If you don't like him and you oppose him, for instance, that anime thing that he did and it got downvoted and shit like that. And he set his little minions to upvote it and say that it wasn't that bad. If you guys just left that at, say, the biggest podcast that talks about anime, say that they just randomly got, I don't know, 50 or 100 views. As soon as you say guest star Hassan Piker, boom, 50 views. Do you know how damaging that would be compared to the downvotes? It would be way more damaging than anything else. Say he gets back on Twitch, which he is already, and he only has his echo chamber of people, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people, right? And he continues to say some out-of-pocket shit. Well, he can only continue saying that shit to those people. They're not going to change their mind. And at the end of the day, once people realize that it's not a difference of opinion and they can't fight it, right? They don't have somebody to fight, then they die out. They fizzle out. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what happens. Because you're just like, oh, wow, this dude's actually a fucking nutcase. And then you go. And you grow up. People grow up at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, the people who he's catering to, his echo chamber, probably the ages between anywhere from 16 to 30. Very prideful, very masculine, very egotistical, and, psychotic. They're going to view his shit. So if less people stop talking about him, watching him, all this other good stuff, the less chances that he has to convert some people. Because at the end of the day, the key metric for anything, business-wise, YouTube-wise, what I'm doing right now, is conversion rates. If he's able to convert anybody for saying some out-of-pocket shit, you guys keep giving him eyeballs. I keep making this video. His name keeps getting out in this atmosphere that's the internet. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Pretty short video. I'm not gonna edit. I'm just gonna throw this up there. See ya.